step in. Yeah. But that was my niggas.
I'm in you. Got my nigga Ramon with me.
But that was my niggas, it'll be an honor.
You know what I'm saying?
Under commanding General Your Honor. That for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Look, hey, straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home. That's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown, I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my Hakim gon' let him have it. Hey, think you the shit, this truth, this shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it. Ain't got no manners, all them pussy niggas talking shit. Yeah, I know they can't stand us, but we UPK, Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm reppin'. And my niggas solid number, real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start steppin'. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers, because I love them. I see them dapping and hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For why take your life or let you take mine? That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves while the white man live to get old. We in them graves, and shit got me feeling played. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hated for our complex. Still fighting to get accepted. We hear the truth and reject it, but love is getting corrected. And all my niggas correct me. The commandments, the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Hey, hey. Hey, hey.
Yeah, those are messed up, no. Bad news is to beat your home, nigga. Yeah. Go on, get on that ass real quick one time. 144, baby.
They said you get on, you gon' represent, I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch be a whole car. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan, I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course, get it lit up like a torch. You even low or this low, told that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that, I swear I'm to our core. Wait up, let me make a call right quick, I'ma start another war. I was hurting when she left, but I don't care about any more. I need a Vaseline like my Nina Puffer boy. Took a Zach, watch the dark. Matter of fact, like a dart. Any problem, let them come. We gon' snatch they soul like Shang Tsung. Put them out of service, keep them tools like it's Harbor Freight. Try to hold me, it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Told them boys we taking over. Call them up like set the date. This shit a piece of cake. Yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told them put on that top 3. Then bring me my house shoes. Don't make excuses, make moves. These niggas ungrateful, gotta show them UPK rules. I'm making hits like I can't lose. They said you get on, you gon' represent, I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch be a whole cart. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan, I come with the fart. You gon'
kill the beat.
I don't know who, somebody need to hear this. Y'all don't speak Hebrew, that's Yiddish. How the fuck you try to label us anti-Semitic? We the Israelites, blacks, native Hispanics. The Germans getting locked up for the Holocaust. Meanwhile, black people still up in the Holocaust. 100 million of us died in the transatlantic. 6 million died, y'all want the world to never forget it. You can never be a Jew, you a Ashkenaz. This ain't a star dum-dum, a gun die or die. Yeah, Yeezy told the truth and got ostracized. Not one person in the Bible had on a yarmulke. We was slaves in America like we was in Egypt. Y'all don't even fit the curses in the Torah neither. Y'all was blind to the truth, I had to make it clear. How Jerusalem, your land, your people came from Europe. That was 1947, your menorah got 9 sticks, it's really only 7. Yeah, it's us against the world, Armageddon. This what happened when you inherit lies from your ancestors. Y'all the synagogue of Satan with them black hats. Your whole nation sitting ducks, Aflacs. Bunch of thieves and culture vultures, ain't nothing kosher. To tell the truth, you vagabonds don't have a culture. Macedonia, Alexander and Philip, you a convert, so tell me, how the fuck is you Israel? That don't make you the people just cause you litter. Why my people can't hate your people like y'all hate Hitler? All the prophets was black and was called nigga. Y'all don't even fit the description that's in the scriptures. Abraham, all the way down to Jacob, we the real Jews. Y'all don't study Christ, y'all follow the Talmud. Keep it real, yeah, let's keep it real. Cold hard truth, it give you chills. Say y'all Jewish cause y'all ain't really them. About to do them like Hammond, it's the Feast of Purim. UPK undefeated, this an easy win. We was born fighting, y'all the evil twin. Jacob took hold of his heel, then out came his little red bastard and they kosher deals. It's only 12 tribes, y'all trying to make it 13. Esau despised his birthright, the Lord cursed him. He ain't the devil, who is? I'm still searching. Ask your rabbi, why he get them babies herpes? I don't know what's worse, that or you claiming that you a Maccabee. I'm about to cancel, everybody try to cancel ye. I ain't afraid to speak, that's what I do. They riding to the core, I'm just judging them by their fruit. Cause they ain't suffering curses. If I was carnal, I promise I'd punch you in person. I know this an uncomfortable subject. They making millions off our culture and black people suffering from it. Yeah, they don't believe in Christ, they the Antichrist. Make a living off of niggas, they a parasite. I ain't afraid to tell the truth, niggas terrified. I'm about to go DEFCON 4, I ain't satisfied.
That is proof. That is absolute proof that they know we are the real Jews. That's absolute proof. Now you got the records. Go find me a white Jew on any archaeology in Egypt anywhere. You will never find a piece of archaeology with white people as slaves in Egypt. So don't tell me that they were slaves and it's their identity and they know it. And I know the blasphemy of them that say they are Jews and are not. The Lord knows the blasphemy of you so-called white people that say you are Jews and you are not Jews. You are not the people of the law. You are not God's chosen people. God's chosen people are living in the ghettos of America. God's chosen people are in poverty and depression in the streets of America. God's chosen people are walking around in America with no identity. That's where God's chosen people are.
Hey, Shalom on Christ Israel. This is the ISUPK, started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. And this right here is the ISUPK Kentucky law class, Wednesday night law class. And what we like to do in this class right here is we focus on the law. You understand? Because one thing blacks and Hispanics need to understand is we got to come back to the law that the Most High laid out for us so we can get out this hell that we live in. You understand? That's the reason we not following the law. That's the reason why we're at the bottom of every statistical category that you can think about. Why we're the last hired, first fired, and why we get down in the middle of the street and get no justice. And why we you know what I'm saying, we selling drugs to our own people, you understand, and all these different things. We're living in the ghettos and the Bavarios and in the hoods, you know what I'm saying. We're living at the bottom of society right now, and it shouldn't be that way. If we just turn back to these laws, statutes, and commandments that the Most High gave us, then we would be able to get out of this hell that we're living in and be have our rightful place, and that's on top. You understand? Tonight we got a heavy topic. You feel me? not following the laws leads to destruction, and that's what we are as a people. We are destroyed as a people. You understand? When I'm sure everybody done seen the video by now. When you can go into a hot dog stand in Chicago and leave dead. You understand? Um, it's really disturbing and disgusting how a lot of situations played out. And if we weren't so destroyed as a people, we would be able to overcome a lot of these situations. You understand? Because I mean, nobody's saying that the man is correct for putting his hands on a woman, but I mean, the man is also destroyed, beat down, and been destroyed and beat down and everything for his entire life. You understand? And one thing that America does is put the black woman over the black man, which is also not right, because scriptures say that the head of every woman is the man, being her husband. You understand? No woman should be out here without a head, without a hedge, without her head, her protection. You feel me? Which would be her husband. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these situations we shouldn't have to be in, but we are, because we're destroyed as a people for not following the laws. You understand? I'm gonna play this video of what happened in Chicago, and then we're gonna read a couple articles and talk about it.
Murder charges have been dropped against a woman and her 14-year-old son. The two were charged with killing a man at a Southside hot dog stand.
Nate Rogers is live first at 4 with more details on this. Nate?
Yeah, guys, that's right. We're learning more about this situation, especially what happened here after video has surfaced over the weekend showing Carlisha Hood violently attacked inside of a restaurant. That video now viral on social media. Now, Hood and her 14-year-old son were released from custody just a short time ago after being charged with murder. The state's attorney's office saying, quote, "Based upon the facts, evidence, and the law, we are unable to meet our burden of proof." The incident took place inside a restaurant at 116th and Halsted. Hood was picking up food while her son was in the car. Prosecutors say she and 34-year-old Jeremy Brown had gotten into an argument.
So this woman has her son in the car, and she goes into this restaurant in Chicago to get this hot dog stand to get food, and she gets into an argument with a man inside the store.
She then texted her son to come inside. The son stood in the doorway as his mom.
Her son that was in the car. She texted him and told him to come inside. You understand? And so the son gets out the car like he should, and goes inside to see what's going on.
Was punched 3 times in the face.
He sees his mother get punched in the face 3 times. You understand? Which the man hitting that woman, no matter what she was saying, he's dead wrong for that. A man should never put his hands on a woman like that. Men should be more disciplined in how they react, and not so emotional and want to put hands on a female, no matter what she's saying. But I mean, she's inside the store emasculating that man. And him being destroyed and not disciplined, you know what I'm saying? He treated her like she was a man. And when the boy sings that, he did what every son should do, and that is protect his mother. So he pulls out his mother gun and he shoots the man in the back.
Prosecutors say the 14-year-old shot Brown in the back, and as he ran outside.
And after he shot the man in the back, the man runs outside. So you know what I'm saying? The man runs outside.
Brown, that is, the teen kept shooting while being.
The boy with the gun kept shooting, shot the man again in the back while he was outside.
told by his mother to
do so. So his mother is telling him to keep shooting this man.
And outside, Brown, that is, the teen kept shooting while being told by his mother to do so. Brown died.
So his mother kept told him to keep shooting this man, and the man ended up dying from 2 bullet wounds in the back.
As a result,
and then they end up leaving the scene. You understand? And that whole situation could have been avoided, but us being so destroyed as a people, us not following the laws of the Most High, is why we're so destroyed. And situations like this go from going into a restaurant to get some food to somebody ending up dead because a man is emotional about getting emasculated by a woman and puts his hands on her, and then a 14-year-old son who is the most who now is the most destroyed out of all of them for having to kill a man for protecting his mother who couldn't control her lips or couldn't control her mouth. You understand? And that's really all it boils down to is the undisciplined man felt emasculated and put his hands on a woman, and the woman wasn't able to control her mouth, and put her son in a situation her son should have never been in, especially at the age 14. You understand? And that boy is going to be completely destroyed after this because, you know what I'm saying? I mean, taking somebody's life is not just a walk in the park. You understand? It's not just something you can do, wake up the next day and just forget about it. You know what I'm saying? That is going to haunt him for the rest of his life. And instead of his mother being doing the motherly thing, being the parent and protecting him, she let her pride get in the way and keep running her mouth. And you know what I'm saying, the situation happened. It's unfortunate, you understand, that situation had to play out the way it did because it did not have to escalate that far and go to what it was. You know what I'm saying? But us being so destroyed as a people, that's what happens. All because we're not following the laws of the Most High. So, like again, the title of the class is "Not Following the Laws Leads to Destruction," and that's exactly what happened inside that hot dog stand that night. It was complete destruction. Now, I'm gonna read this article because at first they went to jail for the mother and the son got arrested for murder, and they both went to jail. And I'm gonna read the article on there right now. This is from the article from the Chicago WG9. Charges dropped against mother and 14-year-old son in fatal shooting. Chicago. Slovakia. Charges have been dropped against a mother and her 14-year-old son after fatally shooting in a restaurant in the city of West Pullman neighborhood June 18th. According to the attorney office, in light of the emergent evidence, the attorney's office has dismissed the charges against Carlisha Hood and her son. On June 18th, Hood entered Maxwell Street Express to get food while her son waited in the car. Shortly after, a man entered the restaurant and an argument ensued between Hood and him, court documents stated. Hood allegedly was texting her son from the store, signaling him. He entered the restaurant during the argument. The argument quickly turned physical when the man punched Hood in the head multiple times. Then the document stated Hood's son displayed a firearm and fired shots at the man. He sustained a gunshot wound to the back. The man then fled the restaurant, and the 14-year-old boy proceeded to follow him and fire more shots. The man who has been identified as 32-year-old Jeremy Brown sustained 2 gunshot wounds to the back and was pronounced dead shortly after. Both Hood and her son turned themselves in and were arrested last week. Prosecutors confirmed Hood nor her son had any prior criminal criminal records. Like it, an investigator said she has a valid firearm owner identification card. But on Monday, prosecutors dropped the first-degree murder charges and multiple other charges, and said, based upon the facts, evidence and the law were unable to meet our burden of proof in the prosecution of these cases. Hood is expected to speak Tuesday along with her attorney. You understand? So that article right there just basically explains what we just watched in the video. You know what I'm saying? A mother and a son went to a restaurant. The mother is arguing with a man. Was arguing with a man inside the store. Text her son to come inside. Um, the boy sees the man hit his mother, and he fires a shot into his back, followed him outside, and and shot him again in the back. You understand? And again, that's unfortunate because none of that had to play out or happen the way it did. You understand? But again, like the title of the class, with us not following the laws, it leads to our destruction. You understand? So I'm gonna read this other article too, and then we're gonna get into some scriptures. This other article is also from the Chicago News, and in this article, it explains how now the mother is suing the state of Chicago for arresting her and her son. All right. So mother in deadly Maxwell Street Express shooting. This is the Chicago News, WG9 article. Mother in deadly Maxwell Street shooting files lawsuit against city of Chicago. The mother, who has been arrested for murder at the far south side hot dog stand, but later had charges dropped, files a lawsuit against the city since the city of Chicago Tuesday morning. At the beginning of the press conference, attorney Ari Williams thanked Cook County State Attorney Kim Fox before Carlisha Hood spoke out for the first time. On June 18th of this year, my life changed. My son's life changed. I've experienced pain in many ways that I would never have thought that happened to me was total. What happened to me was totally, Karsheen Hood said. Hood and a 14-year-old son were released from Cook County Jail Monday after prosecutors dropped first-degree murder charges in the fatal shooting of 32-year-old Jeremy Brown. Hood and her son had been charged with murdering Brown at the Maxwell Street Express restaurant located near the corner of 116th Street and Halsted in Chicago West Pullman neighborhood on June 18th. Store surveillance captured the moment Hood and 32-year-old Brown got into an argument. At some point, Hood texted her son and asked for help. A viral video showed Brown punching Hood multiple times. At some point, Hood's 14-year-old son entered the restaurant. Police said the 14-year-old then reached in his pocket for a gun and fired it, striking Brown. Prosecutors originally said the 14-year-old was told by his mother to keep shooting as Brown was already hit, ran into the parking lot. Brown died from his injuries. Hood and her 14-year-old son left the scene prior to authorities arriving. Prosecutors said Hood nor her son had any prior criminal records. Investigators said the mother has a valid FOID card. I guess that's the concealed carry license card for Chicago. On Tuesday morning, a lawsuit was filed on Hood's behalf against the city of Chicago and the officers at the arrest. The complaint contains counts of malicious prosecution, false arrest, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. We do not take what happened to Ms. Hood lightly, and we intend to pursue this lawsuit, and there will be additional lawsuits forthcoming. Attorney Brandon Brown said Monday prosecutors announced a reversal of charges and said, based upon the facts, evidence, and the law, we are unable to meet the burden of proof in this prosecution in these cases. Everything I worked for is being tarnished, Hood said at the end of the press conference. All right, so over the June 18th weekend, mother and her son going to a Chicago restaurant. Mother gets into an argument with a man inside the restaurant, texts her son to come inside the restaurant for help. Man hits the woman. Man hits the woman in the head a couple times. Boy pulls out a gun, shoots him. The man flees out of the store. Boy follows him and shoots him again. At his mother's, from what witnesses are saying, his mother told him to keep shooting. And the man ended up dead from the injuries. They got arrested for the charge of murder. And then the city of Chicago dropped the charges due to lack of evidence. And now she is suing the city of Chicago for what had happened. You understand? And again, not following the laws leads to our destruction, and we are completely destroyed as a people. And the man was destroyed, the woman was destroyed, and now the boy in that situation is even more destroyed. And what makes it even worse is the internet, Facebook, and everything else, Twitter, and everything else is going crazy behind it. Women are sticking up for what happened, saying that the boy was right, which the boy was right for protecting his mother. But what a lot of women are failing to realize is if she could have just closed her mouth and, you know what I'm saying, instead of letting her pride take over and continue with this argument with the man that she doesn't know inside of a restaurant, this situation didn't have to end out or play out the way that it did. You know what I'm saying? If this man would have had more discipline in himself to where he didn't have to put his hands on this woman, he didn't have to end up dead behind the situation at hand. None of this had to play out the way that it did. But again, since we don't follow the laws of the Most High, we're destroyed as a people, and things like this happen on a daily basis. You understand? And what we have to do as a people is come back to the Most High, come back to the law, statutes, and commandments that was given to us as a people, and we wouldn't have to die or worry about dying or worry about being in situations like this. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into some scriptures real quick. We're going to start at Deuteronomy 28 and 53. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 53. Well, first I'm gonna start at verse 1 to show you how the Most High set it up. You understand? He gave us laws, statutes, and commandments that we was to follow, and we would be above all other nations if we follow these simple laws or follow the laws that He laid out for us. All right. So Deuteronomy 28:1, and it shall come to pass that thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, and observe and do all His commandments which I command thee this day. Then the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all other nations. You understand? So as long as we follow the law, statutes, and commandments, we would be set on high above all other nations. We wouldn't have to worry about being destroyed. We wouldn't have to worry about going to a hot dog stand and getting shot dead. We wouldn't have to worry about going to a hot dog stand, getting an argument with a man and getting punched in the face. So your son now has to come in and shoot the man in the back. Now, we wouldn't have to worry about none of this if we just followed the laws that the Lord had laid out for us. You know what I'm saying? Because He told us He would put us on high above all other nations. So we wouldn't be in the gutters. We wouldn't be in the hoods. We wouldn't be in the projects and ghettos and at the bottom of society. We would be on top of society if we just followed the laws that was given to us. Now I'm going to drop down to verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, and observe and do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, then all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. And that's exactly what is happening because we don't follow the laws, statutes, and commandments that was given to us. All these curses come upon us. And one of them curses is being destroyed as a people. You know what I'm saying? That's why we're destroyed right now, is because we do not follow the laws of the Lord. That's why now you can't go into a restaurant and worry about getting shot, or you can go into a restaurant and end up fighting, end up getting hit in the head because you want to argue with a stranger, or we had to worry about a mother protecting or a child protecting his mother because she has to run her goddamn mouth instead of the mother protecting the son, which should be happening. So again, like I said, nothing in this situation had to play out the way it did. But the reason why it did is because we don't follow the laws of the Lord, and it leads to our destruction. All right. So Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 53. And thou shalt eat the fruit of thine own body, the flesh of thy son and of thy daughter, which the Lord thy God hath given thee, in the siege, in the straightness wherein thine enemy shall distress thee. And the enemy has definitely distressed us because the enemy has broken us down, especially men in this nation. We've been binded down and have been destroyed as a people. And that's exactly what's happening. And in that situation, the man was completely destroyed, had no discipline, and felt emasculated. So he had to put his hands on that woman. And also the woman feeling like she's above the black man and feeling like she can just say and do whatever the hell it is that she wants to do. She ended up getting hit because her pride took over instead of the natural protection of her young ones. Her pride, she let her pride take over instead. All right. Verse 54. So that the man is tender among you, and the man is very tender, emotional, and emasculated in America, and that has been set up by design from the oppressor, the devil that the Bible speaks of. You understand? Men have definitely been oppressed and emasculated here in America. Keep going on the verse. And very delicate in his eyes shall be evil towards his brother, and towards the wife of his bosom, and towards the remnant of the children which he shall leave. You understand? And that's exactly what happens, is what's happening. You know what I'm saying? The man is tender among us. The man is emasculated, beat down, and everything of that nature because we're not following the laws of the Lord. Verse 55. So that he will not give any until then. I'm gonna skip down to 56 to get to the meat of it. The tender and delicate woman among you, which will not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground, is delicateness and tenderness. Her eye shall be evil towards her husband of her bosom. And that's exactly, even though these two wasn't married, but that's exactly what has happened. He had an evil eye towards this woman, and this woman had an evil eye towards this man. You understand? And towards her son and towards her daughter. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these women I've been seeing on Facebook and things are thinking that they can't just say and do whatever the hell it is that they want to do, and the sons are supposed to come and protect them. You understand? That's all they have is the sons now, because them wicked bitches talk so much shit and have ran off every the father of her children and every man that she's ever been with. You know what I'm saying? That mouth that she has run everybody off. You understand? And that's why she has no hedge, and feels like she can go into the store and she can say whatever the fuck it is she wants to say, and to whoever she wants to say it to, and nothing bad is supposed to happen. You understand? But I mean, again, if you act like a man, don't be surprised when you get treated like a man. All right, let's drop that and go to Ecclesiasticus chapter 10 and verse 12. All right, this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 10, verse 12. In the beginning of pride, so like it real quick. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10, verse 12. The beginning of pride is when one departed from God. All right. Now, the beginning, and that's exactly what was happening in this video. Everybody is so goddamn prideful, you know what I'm saying, and feel like they can do, say, or hit whatever they want to do to anybody they want to do it to is nothing but pride. You understand? And like it says, the beginning of pride, and when one departed from the Most High. And when we depart from the Most High, that's when the destruction comes. You know what I'm saying? We so prideful and we are destroyed as a people, you know what I'm saying, because we departed from the Most High. And his heart is turned away from his maker. Our hearts is all turned away from the Most High, from the maker. You know what I'm saying? And the heart is turned away from the maker. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's happening in all these situations. Everybody is prideful, and their hearts are turned away from the Most High, and that's why we're so destroyed as a people. Verse 13: For pride is the beginning of sin. You know what I'm saying? When we feel that we're so prideful and we can just do whatever we want to say or do what we want to do, then that's where sin comes from. And you know what I'm saying? Sin is the transgression of the law. When we break the law, that's what sin is. You know what I'm saying? And we're so destroyed as a people from not following the laws. You know what I'm saying? Things like this, it happens every day, all day. And he that hath it, which is talking about pride, he that hath pride, hath it, shall pour out abominations. And everybody that is so prideful and things of that nature, they pour out abomination. And that's what happened in this situation. This man hit this woman. This woman was it's like the woman was running her mouth. The man felt emasculated and put his hands on her, and her son shot a man in the back, took his life. You know what I'm saying? All these abominations could have been avoided if we just kept the laws of the Most High. And therefore the Lord brought upon them strange calamities and overthrew them early. You know what I'm saying? And like in that second article that we read, the woman was talking about would file for them lawsuits against the city of Chicago because of things she never felt like she'd had to go through, the things that she's went through. You know what I'm saying? These different calamities. And what calamity is, calamity means an event causing great and often sudden damage or distress, a disaster. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what that is. Is a calamity, is a disaster because of her pride, thinking that she could just keep running her mouth to whomever, wherever. And again, that leads this an abomination to the Lord because, again, we're not following the laws. And the beginning of pride is when one departs from God. And we're so departed from the Most High right now because we don't follow these laws. We're destroyed, and we keep on destroying ourselves. And everything about our lives is destroyed because of this. Well, let's drop that and go to let's now go to Proverbs 11 and verse 2. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 2. When pride cometh, then cometh shame. You understand? And that's what we have to understand. When pride cometh, then cometh shame. You know what I'm saying? When this woman put her pride above her child's safety, you know what I'm saying? That's a damn shame. Because that child should have never been put in that position to have to worry about defending her mama and taking a man's life. You know what I'm saying? If we was following the laws, if the lady, if the woman in the video was taught the laws, she wouldn't have been destroyed. She wouldn't have thought she could just keep on arguing with someone that she don't know. Let's take the sex out of it. You know what I'm saying? She wouldn't have been arguing with a man or a woman that she doesn't know, and then worrying about her son coming in to defend her and destroying his life. You know what I'm saying? When pride cometh, then cometh shame. But with the lowly is wisdom. You know what I'm saying? It would have been wise for her after seeing the man getting all rowdy like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he was on drugs, drunk, whatever. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But it would have been wise of her to think about her son in that situation and just been quiet. Stop the arguing. You know what I'm saying? You was in this restaurant to get food, get your food and leave. You know what I'm saying? That would have been wise of her to do that. You know what I'm saying? But instead of being lowly, she let her pride take over, and she didn't give a damn who was there or who was around. You know what I'm saying? She let her pride take over, and you know what I'm saying? A man is dead now. Verse 3, the integrity of the upright shall guide them. You know what I'm saying? Neither that man or the woman had any integrity in the situation. You know what I'm saying? One, the man that had no integrity or discipline because he let a woman emasculate him and he felt like now he got to hit her. You know what I'm saying? The woman has no integrity because she let her pride and her loud mouth take over instead of considering her son in that situation. Which a mother and a father is supposed to be a protector of the child. You know what I'm saying? She didn't give a damn about protecting her child in that situation because her pride let her mouth keep talking. But the perverseness of transgressors shall destroy them. And that's exactly what happened. The perverseness and the sins destroyed them. Both of them, everybody in that situation was destroyed, from the man who lost his life, the mother who got punched, and the son who took the man's life. Everybody in that situation was destroyed because of pride. You know what I'm saying? And not following the laws leads to destruction. The title of tonight's class. All right, let's drop that. Now I'm gonna go to Proverbs 16 and 18. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 18. Pride goeth before destruction. You know what I'm saying? And again, we're in this situation, pride goeth before destruction. This man let his pride and his ego let him put his hands on a woman. Now he's dead. You understand? This woman let her pride and her loud mouth take over, and her son had to kill a man. Just a 14-year-old child had to kill a man because his mother had so much pride she couldn't just shut the fuck up for a minute. Get the food and leave. You there to get your food and leave. You know what I'm saying? You're not there to argue. You're not there to fight. You're not there to do. You're there to get your food and leave. Instead of doing that, she let her pride, let her mouth keep going and keep running. And where the man hit her, and her son had to shoot the man, you know what I'm saying, and take his life. You know what I'm saying? Pride goes before destruction. You know what I'm saying? And then we got so much pride as a people, you know what I'm saying, that we just ignore everything that the Lord told us to do. what I'm saying? We claim to be so spiritual and Christians and everything of that nature, but yet we're still so destroyed as a people. You know what I'm saying? And that is because we don't follow the laws. Because again, the church has a lot to blame with this too. Because the church, the Christian church teaches us that the laws are done away with, that we no longer have to follow the laws. Hey, can y'all take that in the room, please? Take that in the room. And haughty spirit before a fall. You understand? So pride goes before destruction. You know what I'm saying? That the man was prideful for putting his hands on a woman. He ended up dead. The woman was destroyed in the situation because she couldn't control her mouth. Now she wants to sue the city of Chicago. And a haughty spirit before a fall. You understand? Now, haughty means arrogantly superior or disdainful. You know what I'm saying? And that's what that is also happened in this situation. The woman thought she was arrogantly superior over the man, trying to emasculate him in the situation. The man had no discipline of himself and thought he was arrogantly superior over this woman, and he's dead. She's suing the city of Chicago, and the boy is completely destroyed. Gonna have to deal with the nightmares and seeing this man walking down the hall and everything that comes behind taking another man's life. This boy's gonna have to worry about this for the rest of his life. You know what I'm saying? And he should have never. That boy should have never been put in that position. But again, the pride of the mother, thinking that she could just keep running her damn mouth. You know what I'm saying? Go before destruction. Pride goes before destruction. And everybody in that situation is destroyed because of pride. All right, now let's drop that. We're gonna go to Job 39 and 17. All right, that's the book of Job, chapter 39, verse 17. Because God hath deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted to her understanding. You understand? And that's the woman has no understanding, because the Lord had deprived her from wisdom. You understand? That's why her husband is her head. And that's why her husband is her head, her protector, her provider. You know what I'm saying? Because the Most High deprived her from wisdom. You feel me? And without having any wisdom, that would let your pride take over to where you think you can argue with somebody in a restaurant, and then they feel like they need to put their hands on you. You understand? Again, none of this in this situation had to happen. You know what I'm saying? It was the pride of that man and that woman destroyed that young man, and they had to take the life in that situation. You understand? Now that's not saying that women don't have a right to talk or don't have a right to say what they feel, because they do. You understand? But when you see a conversation turn into an argument, which is then they turn into violence, it's okay to shut the fuck up sometimes. You don't always have to keep running your goddamn mouth. It's okay to shut the hell up. It's all right. You know what I'm saying? Don't let your pride take over to where now your son is put in a position to where he might have to take a man's life. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing but your pride. All right, let's drop that. Now we're gonna go to 2 Timothy. We go to 2 Timothy 3 and 6. It's the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3, verse 6. For of this sort are they which that creep into houses and lead captive silly women laden with sin, led with the diverse lusts. You understand? And that's what's happened with our women. You understand? They let the feminist movement the so-called liberation movement and everything like that, and the oppressor in Christianity drilling in their head that above the man, you know what I'm saying, that now they have no heads, they have no protection. They've done ran off every man that they've ever had. You know what I'm saying? Now they feel like it's the son's job to protect them because they want to run the goddamn mouth. You know what I'm saying? And that's just a god. It's a damn shame. You know what I'm saying? And the pride of women thinking that this is right, that they can just say and do whatever the hell it is they want to do, and there's supposed to be a man there to protect them for running the stupid mouth is crazy. You know what I'm saying? That led away captive silly women, laden with sin, and that's what it is. Silly women been led away, full of their sin. You understand? All right, I'm gonna drop that. Hold on, let me read this next verse. Even learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. You understand? The scriptures even say one in 1,000. Most High found righteous one in every 1,000 men, but of the woman he's found none. You know what I'm saying? That's because these women are never able to come to the knowledge of the truth because they're so prideful and loudmouth bitches. Simply put. All right, now I'm gonna drop that. We're gonna go to Mark 3 and 27. Mark 3. And 27. It's the book of Mark, chapter 3, verse 27. No man can enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods, except he will first bind the strong man, and then he will spoil his house. And that's what happened. That's what's happened with men. You know what I'm saying? Men have been so beat down, destroyed, and binded up. You know what I'm saying? A bind is when you hold down something tightly. You know what I'm saying? And men have been completely destroyed and binded up for the last 400 plus years. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's why this man felt like this woman was emasculating him, and he had to treat her like a man and put his hands on her. Men had to be destroyed first before this evil plan that the oppressor put together could even work. Men had to be destroyed before he could put the black man the black woman above the black man. Black man had to be destroyed for the feminist movement and the liberation movement to come in and destroy our sisters and put them against us. You understand? Man had to be destroyed first, and the man has been beat down for 400 plus years and has been completely destroyed. You know what I'm saying? That's why these things are allowed to happen. But here in the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana, we putting an end to that. You know what I'm saying? Men are coming back and being men. You know what I'm saying? Are taught to be men, and women are taught to be women here in ISUPK under Commander General Yohana. And that's how it's got to be. And that's why we out here teaching the way we teach and saying things the way we say it, is because men have to be men. Women need to learn how to be men. Women, you know what I'm saying? Men have to learn how to be masculine and men again. Women need to learn how to be feminine and sweet and kind. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We turning back to these laws, statutes, and commandments so we cannot be destroyed. All right, now let's drop that. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus 25 and 24. All right, this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 25, verse 24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. You understand? Of the woman come the beginning of sin. You know what I'm saying? When Eve took the bite out the apple, in the garden and gave it to Adam. You know what I'm saying? Now we know that that's a whole nother topic, but it's not talking about a actual apple. You know what I'm saying? It's talking about the knowledge of good and evil. You know what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother story. Or that's a whole nother topic. And through her we all died. You know what I'm saying? That's why this man died in this situation. Is because this prideful, loudmouth woman couldn't control herself and be the protector of her son that she should have been. You know what I'm saying? And now this man is dead. You understand? And again, not following the laws leads to destruction. At verse 25, giving the water to no passage, neither wicked women liberty to get abroad. You understand? And what they're saying is, through the woman comes sin, and through her we all die, or slash get punished. You know what I'm saying? So don't allow the evil to pass on your watch, on your time. You know what I'm saying? Don't let this woman make you do things that you wouldn't necessarily do, or make you do things that a man isn't supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Don't let this woman take you to places that you shouldn't be going, shouldn't go to. You understand? All right, I'm gonna drop that and go to Ecclesiastes 25 and 16. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 25, verse 25 and 16. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 25, verse 16. I'd rather dwell with a lion or a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. You know what I'm saying? Now, I mean, if you know what a dragon and a lion is, you know what I'm saying? A lion is a big beast that lives in the jungle that can tear you from limb to limb. You know what I'm saying? A dragon, dragons shoot fire. You know what I'm saying? But it's better for a man to dwell with a lion or a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. You know what I'm saying? Or even though these two in that situation wasn't married, you know what I'm saying? Instead of allowing this wicked woman to get you to go to places that you shouldn't go to, you know what I'm saying? You should keep away from that. You know what I'm saying? Don't allow this thing. Don't allow that to happen. Ecclesiastes 26 and 25. Uh, 26 and 25. All right. It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 26, verse 25. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. You understand? We all know what a female dog is. That's a bitch. You know what I'm saying? And a shameless woman shall be counted as a bitch. And in this situation, you know what I'm saying, this bitch allowed her mouth and her pride in her mouth to keep going, to get punched in the face, and then her son shoot a man in the back. You know what I'm saying? And this bitch should have just shut her damn mouth and got her food and left the restaurant. So one, nobody had to die, and two, she would have been protecting her son from not only shooting the man in the back, but what comes behind shooting and taking somebody's life. You know what I'm saying? She failed this young man, and she failed to protect her son. And you know what I'm saying? A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, as a bitch. But she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. But if she had any shamefacedness, any type of motherly instinct to protect her child, she would have, or just shamefaced, or if she had any fear for the Lord, you know what I'm saying, she would have shut her mouth, de-escalated the situation, or just stopped talking, got her food and left. So that way, One, she didn't have to get punched in the face. Two, that man didn't have to punch in the face or get shot, or she didn't have to call her son to come protect her and shoot a man and kill him. All right. What's the box say? People outside the ISUPK, whatever, understand that the black man is the most hated man on the face of the earth, and the black man she gotta catch. She got a catch on this. That's right. The black man is the most hated person on this earth. You understand? And we've been bonded up and destroyed for so long. You know what I'm saying? It's been designed this way from the oppressor. I'm gonna end it with Baruch 4:1 because this again is going back to the title of the class. Not following the laws leads to our destruction. So again, what we have to understand is what we have to do as a people is come back to the laws of the Lord. You understand? Come back to the law, statutes, and commandments that your Christian church told you been done away with. So that way, we wouldn't have to be destroyed as a people. We wouldn't have to worry about going into a restaurant and being shot, or wouldn't have to go into a restaurant and worry about having to argue with somebody inside of a restaurant, things of that nature. All right, we're gonna end it with this. This is the Baruch chapter. This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of God and the law that endureth forever. You know what I'm saying? This law endureth forever. You know what I'm saying? I know the Christian church has always taught us that the law has been done away with, but we had to throw the Christian church away. The Christian church needs to be done away with, so that way they can stop the lying and the destruction of God's chosen people. You understand? And the law that endureth forever. All they that keep the law shall come to life. If you keep the laws of the Lord, if you keep the laws of the Most High, you have life. You have life. Everything is life. You come to life. You know what I'm saying? But such as leave it shall die. When you leave the laws of the Most High, when we don't follow the laws, you lead to destruction, and it can lead to your demise, to your death. You understand? So we have to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High so we can live. You know what I'm saying? When we turn away from them, that's when we die. You understand? And with that, that's the end of the class. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah Barakatham. Yahweh Shema Hatham Bashim Yahweh Shah. Class dismissed.